Hey y'all, I'm Elisa, the Scrappy Wife behind ScrappyWife.com, and today I am working in my vertical classic planner for the last week of July. I have been doing Disney spreads all month because my family and I are going to Disney World. By the time you guys see this, we will be returning, and this will be my last Disney spread. I am planning on doing a Tiana spread, and I'm wanting to combine it with some of the florals that are in this gorgeous book from Amber Plans Her Day. There are some just beautiful summer florals that I think will be great, and I kind of am digging the tropical feel. We'll kind of see. I'm not sure which ones I'll go with, but I love the look. I love the look of the florals. I feel like maybe I love these boxes would go really well. These go nicely, so maybe ones that go with the boxes. We'll kind of see what we come up with. So anyway, I will link everything that I end up using down below. Otherwise, I'll put you guys on fast forward. Let's go. All right, so I'm going to start out with some of these tropical pieces down here at the bottom. I realized that Tiana wasn't so much like in a tropical environment, although I mean, Louisiana kind of is tropical in some ways. Like it has the heat and the humidity, that's for sure. So, and there was certainly lots of green around in that movie. So I decided it was okay. And I wanted to do a summer theme, but wanted to go with Tiana still. So we're just going to go with these tropical pieces down here to kind of set the tone. It feels like she could be in this like jungly swamp area. And then I'm going to keep that illustration. This is actually from an extension pack, a Disney Princess extension pack, and I put together the extension pack for the month of June because I wanted to use princesses and I wanted to do Disney and all that. So I got out of my regular planner and came into this undated one. It's super easy to just add in the dates as you go, and that's one of the fun parts about the Happy Planner is that you can change it up. Like you don't have to use the same planner all year long. You can change it up. You can use those extension packs to try different layouts, different themes, and that way you don't have to commit to the same theme all year. So I used all of the foliage, those monstera leaves, to kind of set the tone on the bottom of the page and then at the top two corners. I've actually already done several Tiana spreads, not this month, but in the past, so I actually don't have a ton of stickers left to choose from. So I always try to choose different poses. I don't want to have a princess in the same pose twice. So I'm going to use a little bit of white out here, and we'll have Tiana over here in the corner, a little bit of white out where her head is, just so there's no line going through her face. And then we'll put those leaves back down. So now she's in both corners, which I think is super pretty, and we can start bringing in a few boxes. I love that in this collection from Amber Plans Her Day, she has both decorative and functional. I love that there's all of these different boxes to choose from, and I'll end up moving this one around, but we're going to bring in pink and green, and no, they're not all the same greens, and we're going to go with that like yellowish green too. But I think once you use a ton of different greens, then it doesn't really matter, if that makes sense. Like once you've used a bunch of different ones, then it's just green and it works, works with all of them. I'll end up moving that pink box over because we actually have a lot more activities on Tuesday. Anyway, this will be our first week back from vacation. I'm actually recording this before we go on vacation, and this will be our first week back. I always know it's kind of hard coming back from vacation. Like, does that happen to you guys? It's almost like you need a vacation from your vacation, especially when you're traveling with kids, because we're going to come back and we're going to have all the laundry to do, and we jump into summer activities like swim lessons and camps and things like that. So I know it'll be kind of like a whirlwind. I'm pretty glad that this will be ready to go. So my planner will be ready to go. I'll be able to start filling it out in the car probably on our way back, so I can feel a little bit more put together. Whenever I can do things like that, before I go on a trip, it just makes me feel better coming home because it's always hard coming home from a trip. One of the other big things that I do when I travel is I try to clean my house before I leave. So that way, when I come home to a clean house. That's kind of super important to me because I know we're going to have a bunch of stuff that gets everywhere right away. So at least I know it started out clean. And then my other favorite thing to do is order groceries for when we come back, and I just have them scheduled to deliver for the day we come back, and that way I don't have to worry about food and all of that. So my little travel tips for you. This is gonna be pretty much how I like to set up my planner, which means in the top row of boxes is where I have the schedule. You can see I'm mixing in boxes from Tiana and from Amber Plans Her Day. In the middle row of boxes, that's generally where I like to have a to-do list or a task list or something for that day. And then the bottom row is very much a decorative area. I can include some special memories. I generally fill in a few little moments from the week throughout my spread as the week goes on. So I think that works really well. All right, so I'm going to play around. I actually end up moving some of these things around. So I love this quote, never give up on your dreams, perfect for Tiana. I want that to go right here, and this checklist is in the way. So we're gonna take off this checklist. It was providing some color balance though, so that's gonna be a little bit of an issue. So we're gonna put this down. This checklist doesn't quite work. I think I end up putting it down somewhere else. I think maybe it'll go here. That doesn't look, it's too much of the dark green. All right there. See how there's no dark green balancing it? So we'll take that off. Found a little circle sticker I wanted to add to balance out the circle sticker on the left. I'm trying to figure out what I can add to do some balance. I need some of that yellowish green on the right side. So I'm going to take off this header that's the dark green. We'll put this one down that brings that color over, and then we'll move the dark green header to the left side of the spread on Wednesday, and that will help bring a little bit more dark green to that side, and it kind of balances, if that makes sense. Then I'm going to add a few of these bullet points. We'll go with pink. Again, it's not the same exact pink that's in the Tiana book. It's a much lighter pink in the Tiana book, but I'm just mixing both of them because I don't think you have to match all of the colors exactly. I think that gets a little tedious when you're planning. And so just go, if it's pink, go with pink. If it looks good to your eye, then it will be okay. Amber has gorgeous handwriting, so I love that she created some headers. And then it actually matches really well with this cursive. These are some Mambi sticks, and I'm going to bring these in and spell out Tiana. So I'll just gather up all the different letters, and then I'm layering them on a sticker guide that I have. These sticker guides come in really helpful when you're kind of trying to practice layering your stickers or planning your spreads. I love them. And so I have it all right here layered together, and then we'll just put that down and label Tiana down over here in the corner. I have a few more little tweaks I want to add. I have another box that says kind of big dreams, and to me that's like a focus for the week, and I'll end up putting that over here on the left so I can set a focus for the week. And then I'm going to add a few more of the Monstera leaves at the bottom just to fill in that space just a bit where it says never give up on your dreams. We'll add a few there, and then I will end up pulling from Heather Kell's Dated Basics book to add some large pink numbers at the top so that the spread is completely dated, and then this spread will be done. Let me know in the comments below, what are your vacation tips? Meaning, what are your coming home from vacation tips? It's always fun to go on vacation. It's always hard to come back. So leave me some of your tips down below. I would love to hear them. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider hitting that subscribe button as well as the bell notification button. I will link all of the different supplies that I used down below, so be sure to check the description box for those links. I want to give a huge shout out to all of my Patreon members. Thank you guys so much. It's been such a fun month over on Patreon, and next month promises to be the same. So if you haven't checked out Patreon, then check the link in the description box. Check out some of the perks and things that you can receive over there. Otherwise, I hope that you all have a fabulous day. And as always, keep it creative.